And welcome to In-Game Chat for Saturday, January 3rd, 2015. First episode of the new year. This is Season 9. Brand new season. Brand new, well, not really a brand new show. Same old show, brand new season. Season 9, Episode 1. I'm Scott.
I'm Dennis.
I'm Matt.
I'm RJ.
I'm Nathan.
Welcome aboard, folks. James is still not with us and will be joining us maybe a little bit later this month. I know that we probably got him at least to come in the weekend I'm going to be in PAX at San Antonio for PAX South. Going to try and do another year where we don't miss a single episode, and going to try and make that happen. But anyway, welcome to the show. If you'd like to get in touch with us, our phone number is 334-272-9228. That is 334-272-9228. You heard Nate's voice. That means he is back here. You can see Nate also on the cam. Tell you about that in a minute. But yeah, you can call and you can talk to Nate, which hopefully means you'll also talk to us. But if you want to talk to him, he will talk to you. 334-272-9228. Check out ingamechat.net for all the links to get in touch with us. You can find us on Twitter at InGameChat as well as on Facebook. You can email us, everyone, at ingamechat.net. We're streaming the cam feed right now. This is what I mentioned. We're streaming the cam on Twitch. Head over to twitch.tv. Search for In-Game Chat. You will find us, and you can watch us and listen to us, and then you can join the chat room live while we broadcast with everybody else. So, hey, everybody in the chat room. We'll do a chat room roll call a little bit later on in the show, but welcome, everyone. Let's go around the room and start off with what we've been playing. Over to RJ first. I just randomly do this. So over to RJ.
A little bit more with Guilty Gear XR, spending a little more time with that, and probably doing some more tonight. For the most part, I've been playing Borderlands pre-sequel. Basically, really, to be honest, I spent most of the time trying to unlock all those golden keys, the golden key codes, because we've been getting them since October.
Yeah,
I think since the game released. And
there's a website that I found that actually has some of the golden keys that are still active.
Yeah, Orcs.
What do the golden keys
like
do for you?
Golden keys let you open up a chest in Borderlands pre-sequel, Concordia.
The super mega chest.
Yeah, the big chest, big gold chest with skulls and everything, real stylized looking chest. And depending on your level, when you open it up, you take a golden key, open it up, costs you 1 key to open it up. When you do, it'll give you something random, a purple level weapon at the level that you are when you open it up. So it's best to save it up from the times when you're level 60 maxed out. When you want to get something really epic, wait till you get to about level 60, 50 or 60. Then you open it up, and then you get something really nice for yourself.
I think, like in Borderlands 2, if you wait randomly, you might even get a gold level.
Yeah, for the most part, you get
but most of the part
level.
Is purple, which is one step down from the top tier.
Yeah.
Okay. So
because legendary is the gold, but yeah.
It's one of those things you just want to hold on to until you've gotten as high as you can as far as levels go.
But with the level of with the amount of keys that I have yet to claim, I can probably there's probably about a good 60 to 70 keys available for me right now.
Yeah.
And are these per character, or is it per count for these keys?
I think it's per character.
I believe so.
So yeah, if you roll another character, then I believe you'll be able to get if you input the because it's not the code that you put in, what's it called, the switch or
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Shift code.
The shift code.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Shift code.
So you could be able to get a secondary character, put in the shift codes that you've already used, I think, for the original one, and I'm guessing it should work.
Okay.
So,
if you're wrong, someone will tell us. But that's what I've been trying to do for the most part.
I'm going to try and go to the Gearbox panel at PAX South, just because I know they always give away cool stuff at their panels usually. So
they should be a pretty big one because they're not their headquarters is in Texas, right?
I know, right? Yeah.
So they should be able to bring their A game to that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
their headquarters are in Austin, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. I think
Same with
they're in
Rooster
Austin.
Teeth.
Yeah.
I like those guys.
Yep.
What character are you playing?
As Wilhelm,
Okay.
but the enforcer.
Heh.
Problem is though, as within Borderlands 2, in Borderlands 2 I played with Axton,
Okay.
and my favorite weapon was the combat rifle.
All right.
But every time I used the golden keys in that box, I never got a rifle. It's like
So many
9.8
pistols.
times out of 10, it was always something I
Shield,
didn't need
yeah.
or didn't want, so I could sell it for cash. But when I had a rifle, it was always something like, oh, it's a rifle. Is it from Dahl? No, it's from Flight Off. No accuracy, just spits bullets everywhere.
Yeah.
So I ended up going to Torque.
Okay.
Because it's, at least I can get
Those
some
are at least
explosions.
explosions,
Yeah,
yeah.
explosive bullets out of a combat rifle. So instead of the chest, I was relying on the Mr. Torque DLC,
Okay.
the Crater one. So I started going back and forth with that, getting up enough Torque coins to get the rifle that I wanted. So I stuck with that. Hopefully, it won't be the same case in the pre-sequel. Hopefully, I can get a rifle when I need to. But
I've been
it's not
enjoying
looking
the
good right now.
the beam laser weapons. Those are actually I've been enjoying those.
Well, I'm not too far on level yet. I'm only started recently, so I'm at like level 10
Okay.
right now.
I just hit 26.
So yeah, the lasers aren't looking too good. Maybe later on they'll
Yeah.
look a lot better. But for right now, the rifles are some of the most powerful weapons I've found so far. So I've been sticking with those.
I still have a torque rifle from the exploding one from like level 13, even though I'm like 26 now. That's still pretty good damage and
Yeah, you got the bullet damage and the explosion damage as well.
Yeah.
So yeah,
so.
you got perks that boost up the damage as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, it's going to be good with you for a while.
Yeah.
Anything else you've been playing there, RJ? Just that?
Just those two for right now.
All right. Well, then, right over to Matt then.
Like RJ, I've been doing Borderlands pre-sequel a lot. Really enjoying that one. I think I'm getting close.
You're
to...
on the PC doing it, and he's
I'm
on the
yes.
PS3?
PS3.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I'm getting close to the end campaign, because I think it's a smaller campaign than 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm getting close to it. So once I've done that, then I'll re-roll. I'm playing as a claptrap, and I think that he's fun. Also picked up Last of Us on PS4, and playing through
Digital or disc?
disc.
Okay.
Yeah, I picked up the disc. But other than that, just like here and there, some GTA 5 and some. I on the Steam sale. I know we're going to get into that later on.
Yeah, we will. We will.
Yeah, I picked up something for that and some mods for Sins of a Solar Empire. I was checking those out today. Those looked actually pretty interesting.
Anything else?
Wolfenstein. I'm getting close to the end of that.
Okay.
I think I'm on like chapter 16.
Good. I'm
19.
glad you're getting in all these gaming things because I'm not doing a damn thing. I just haven't played. I'll jump into mine. I jumped back into what did I play? You didn't see my Steam list that I jumped into anything. I did start Walking Dead again. I started with Walking Dead. I need to move from my PS3 saves.
Yeah, I saw you playing that. I figured you
Yeah.
were going back through.
Yeah, I'm moving. I'm getting myself off of the PS3 for that series now that I've got a lull between the seasons, and so I'm going back through on the PC, and I'll go through Walking Dead season 1, 400 Days, Walking Dead season 2, and be prepared for when season 3 hits. So that way I won't be dependent on the PS3, which is slow and clunky and not at all fun to play on as far as that series of games is concerned, because the choices that you make, it has to go through and
It really, I don't think
Do
it was
that.
optimized for the.
it's really bad. It's really bad. Much better on the PC, although I'm still playing the very first one. So there's that. What else? I tried to jump back into Assassin's Creed a little bit. Unity. I had that in from GameFly, and so
Have they fixed it where it's playable, or is it
they
still...
patched it. It just took me a while to get the patch because PSN was down
Yeah.
for a while
Yeah.
there, and I finally did get the patch and played very tiny bit of it. I did notice. I noticed some of the pop-in that they were talking about with like the character, the NPCs out in the populating the area. If you were to run too fast through an area, you'll see them pop in.
Like magic.
And there are occasional times when I'll be scaling a building and I don't even remember the guy's name. It's been forever.
Arno?
Arno?
Yeah.
And Arno will make this flash leap over to wherever I was trying to go. Not in
Just skipping his entire jumping animation.
Yeah,
Just like he teleported over there.
for the most, he bamfed. He
Yeah,
just
okay.
bamfed right over. So there's a few of those things that happen. They're all to my benefit, obviously, because I am trying to go up, and he does get there. It just doesn't move in the natural way that the character is supposed to move, I guess, or whatever it's supposed to be. So, but other than that, it still took a whole lot of time to load into the city the first time. Although it did seem like loading was minimized once I was in the city, because I remember going to menu and coming back and starting. I think I did a mission, and the loading time was not very long for that. Or I think I entered a building or something. I can't remember what it was, but I did something where the scene transitioned, and the loading time in between didn't take as long that I remember. The real test comes is when I go into the assassin's hideout under the bridge or whatever it is. Once I go in there, it has to load all of that because it's a big place too, not obviously big as Paris. And then once I come out, it has to load all that. I did not go into those to test that out yet. So I don't know. I didn't really put too much time into it. I wanted to kind of take a look and see if there was anything immediately noticeable. And obviously the more the pop-in, something did feel a little bit smoother about it. It didn't feel like it was chugging along and kind of stuttery. Something did feel better. Like it may have been running smoother, although the pop-ins doesn't necessarily mean that anything was wrong as far as how things were moving along. It was just like, characters would be popping in.
Did you feel like a reduced loading time on Paris when you started up?
No. Nope. Still took a long. I was like, that's still taking a while, and it sure does. But
now, if someone hadn't played Unity or Rogue yet, would you suggest doing Rogue first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, because you said Rogue, the ending scene is like the first scene of Unity, right?
Yeah. They tie in so well together. Again, it goes back to my whole point of, why don't you just release Rogue this year and then release Unity next year? It's a perfect way to tie in the two games. It's a perfect way to go from one game to the next, rather than release one on the previous generation and release one on the next generation. Knowing that some people don't have the ability to do either or can do both, or whatever the case. I don't know. And at that, they released a buggy piece of crap on the new gen console. So I don't really necessarily understand why that was. Something I would like to know about it, but yeah. So other than that, that's pretty much all I put in time. I've been putting a bunch of time into stupid iOS games. And
any particular standout?
Man, Spider-Man Unlimited, I think is what it is. It's a what are they called? Not Free Runner. It's
Tower Defense Spider-Man.
No. What is the Endless Runner?
Endless Runner. Okay.
Yeah, it's an Endless Runner type thing. I haven't spent any money. I'll tell you why. I probably would have spent money on this thing. It's free. It's free to play, but obviously they've got in-app purchases. I probably would have spent a lot of money on this thing, but whenever I tried to spend it, my iTunes is telling me, hey, you need to answer one of your security questions. I don't even remember setting up any security questions.
That's awesome.
I don't remember. I cannot buy anything from the from iTunes Store. I can't buy anything. If it's free, I can get it because they don't care. But if I got to buy it, I can't. I can't buy anything. I look at that as that's a blessing and a curse, honestly, because I want more pinball tables for my pinball arcade. I can't buy them. However, I can't buy all these stupid little things for games like this. So,
you said Endless Runner. Is that something like Cobalt or I Need to Run? Something like that?
Bit Trip, I think, in particular, is one that's cited as that.
I'm not familiar with the two that you just mentioned.
It was that game where all you have to do is jump. You have to control he's going to be running constantly. You just have to control
it is that kind of game.
Okay, that one. All right.
Yeah, Robot Unicorn Attack is the one I.
Yeah, on this it's
like a temple run.
Yes, very much so. You're it's third-person view behind Spider-Man, and he runs, and you've got 3 lanes. You can slide, you can jump, and then whenever you're not on something and you're web swinging, you can do that too. So, and you just have to avoid obstacles and just continue going. And of course, as it goes, it gets faster and faster, and that sort of thing. So, I've been doing a lot of that, and that is all for me. Over to Dennis.
Okay, I've gotten more Rebirth in, of course. I did pick up Tales from the Borderlands. Just keep up the Borderlands theme there. Man, that's some good stuff.
I haven't played it yet. I picked it up. I haven't played it yet.
It is very much the Borderlands style of humor mixed in with Telltale's Adventure mode, and that is worth everybody's money to play that game. Is if you have any particular interest in Borderlands. The other thing I picked up before the Steam sale ended was the Jackbox Party Pack, which is the guys who make You Don't Know Jack. They have put together a series of games, new version of You Don't Know Jack and a couple of others. But instead of playing on a keyboard or with a controller, you can play with a smartphone or tablet by going to a browser. So nobody needs to be like cluttered around the screen or anything. It is all local. There's one podcast I listened to, The Level, was doing a Twitch stream of it and kind of inviting other people into it because some of the games have up to like 8 or 10 players total can be in this. One is up to 100, but because of like delays and the Twitch delay and like, you couldn't necessarily do something like You Don't Know Jack or something like that. But anything where they could pause, like one game called Drawful, where you have to draw an image and then make guesses as to what it is. They'd have to like pause at the end of the timer just to give anybody who was like playing via the Twitch stream to get their input in. So good stuff, and played a little bit with my wife, and man, fun stuff.
Anything else? Just that's about it.
Only other thing I've been doing is playing some Saints Row 4, getting ready for the next expansion that comes out this month.
Is this? Do you know when it is this month?
It's like, I think it's the last week of this month.
Yeah, I think the video I saw said the 27th, but Steam was saying the 20th.
Okay.
So around there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, about You Don't Know Jack. They took out the Jack Attack in this new version because
No, it's still there.
huh.
Yeah, it's in there.
Because I was wondering how I would be on equal footing if if it's like on Android or phone. Because last time I played You Don't Know Jack, the Jack Attack was like all timing and getting the answer right. And
it
like
is
that.
still that, and so I don't know how exactly the interaction was. It played fine for us, but we were all on the same Wi-Fi network.
I was reading the chat room there from what Nate had said. Speaking of Nathan, on to you. What have you been doing? We did not talk to you last week. You were not here, and you didn't call in.
Forgive me.
That's okay. Well, that's no problem. I want to make a joke, but I'm not. Because I can't come up with one.
Says don't.
Yeah,
No.
not good today.
What
What have you been doing?
I can say thank you for the 2 games you gifted me on Steam. Again.
Oh, yeah. What did I gift you?
The Room and the Wolfenstein, the Return to Castle.
Oh, the old
Return
one.
to Castle, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. Well, yeah, probably because your
Wish list.
stupid wish list isn't...
I have like 20 games on there. You act like I have nothing on there.
You have nothing
You do have
on there.
nothing on there.
Anyways, The Room. Absolutely loved that.
Did you
game.
play that?
I beat it.
Oh, it's
as soon
wonderful.
as you gave it to me, I next 3 hours, nothing. I did nothing else.
God, I
I just played
love
The
that
Room.
game.
Yeah, it doesn't take much time. And it's fun.
No, oh my goodness! And as soon as I finished it, I went straight to iTunes and bought the Room 2 on my iPad because
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I need more of this.
I've got, I bought the Room 2 at whenever I was able to buy things.
Mm-hmm.
It was, I tell you when it stopped. It stopped when I did the upgrade to whatever, iOS 8
Yes.
and got the new iPhone, got the new iPad and everything else. That's when it stopped. But I have the Room 2 and I still have not played it. It's still one. No. It's my thing. It's a weird thing, but it's my little thing that I'm weird about.
Who are you and what have you done with Scott?
I know. No, my thing is that it's like after I played the Room 2 was already released, so I was waiting for the Room 2 to go on sale, and I picked it up. And now I'm just sort of saving it for, because I will blow right through it just like you. I'll be done with it in no time, and then I'll have nothing to look forward to.
Now 2 took me a little bit longer because I decided to play it at work.
Yeah.
And I literally, about 10 minutes before my shift ended, I finally beat the second one.
And
So I
part of
played
me
it the
is,
whole
and
day.
after they announced the Steam thing, part of me is thinking, well, I might want to wait till it hits PC and play it, just because it looks a lot. It looked a lot better in the trailers for
it does look better, but not noticeably.
Yeah, okay.
The game looks.
How was
so
it
good.
able? How were you able to play it on the PC? Obviously, it's easy on iOS with the touchpad and stuff. How was it playing on the PC?
I didn't notice the difference.
Did you use a controller or keyboard or mouse?
Just use the
That's a
mouse.
good one. Yeah.
Is it just pure mouse or is it like keyboard?
Pure mouse.
Okay.
There's no. You can't. You just double click.
Okay. Yeah.
Now,
Well, then it
honestly,
works fine.
That's why I'm saying there's no difference between that because
Yeah.
you double click everything or you double tap.
Yeah,
everything.
that's
So
fine.
there's
Yeah.
absolutely no
I
difference.
didn't even think about using a mouse.
That'd be kind of hard on a controller
Maybe.
compared to a mouse. But anyways,
Yes, very
Um,
much so compared to.
loved both of those. I played and beat both of those. I'm like you. I love puzzle games.
I love them,
I'm
man.
a big puzzle time, and I got another one off of the Humble Bundle this week,
Yes. Yeah.
which is like the one. Let's see, it was called. Mind Path of Thalamus. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
No, it's just like what's the game you were playing with the puzzles that just came out?
Talos Principle?
Yes, it's like that.
Oh, okay.
Puzzles, first person, just like that.
Huh.
But which I haven't played that one yet. I also got Gunpoint off the Steam sale.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
That's a very good one. And then I haven't played it yet, but I did pick up Tale of Two Brothers.
Or just Brothers?
Or Brothers.
Yeah, Brothers.
Yeah.
I haven't tried that one yet.
I think it's a brother. Is it Brothers?
Brothers, A
yeah,
Tale of Two
some-
Sons?
Two Sons.
I
Yes,
think?
yes, that's what it is. Mixing the name up, sorry.
Sons, A Tale of Two Brothers.
I paid 7 cents for it because it was on sale, but then I had sold a bunch of badges.
Yeah.
And so
Mhm.
what I had left it cost me 7 cents. So I was like, all right,
I didn't do a thing with those cards. I didn't. Normally, man, I go nuts and
as
like
soon as I got one,
I buy the cards and stuff, and then I'll craft the badges and
But see,
everything else. But I didn't do any of that.
I was
year.
purposeful. I didn't craft anything. I didn't spend a single thing. Like I said, I bought 3 games and spent $3.
Yeah.
So I didn't buy a whole lot.
I bought a bunch. I just didn't do anything on the card side of stuff.
Yeah, I saw every day. When I looked up, it was like Scott purchased 2 games. Two
Yeah.
games. I was like, oh my
Does
God.
it show you the games that I purchased when I gifted?
Oh, I don't know if he gifted them.
Okay.
It just says you bought or has added to his
Yeah.
own.
Yeah, well, it won't show anything on the activity log if you buy one and set it to deposit as a gift.
Yeah, I gifted a game to Gersnort, and I gifted a game to Medusa's Mirror from her. Which, you want to talk about people who need to fix their wish list. Medusa's Mirror. As of now, since I got her something off of her wish list, she has 1 game in there.
Oh gosh,
And I can't even buy it. I think it's free to play,
I'm
maybe?
better than that.
Or something. I don't know what it is, but it didn't have a price tag next to it. So it's either been pulled from Steam or there's some other little quirky thing
So
about
I'm
it.
doing better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I've still got Deadpool sitting in my wish list, and that's been off the.
Isn't that disheartening?
Yeah, it is
sits
a bit.
there. I got a couple of things in there that have been pulled, and I'm like, I'm just going to keep them in there in case they come back.
Yeah, maybe one day.
But yeah,
Let's see. I also got for my Vita, Walking Dead Season 2.
Okay.
I got that,
Oh,
so I'll be playing that. Beating that story.
did you do 400 days?
Yeah, my last year I got the deal where you got on the Vita, you got both.
Oh, okay. So you're doing
So
So you're
it
doing
came-
all this on the Vita then?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm just playing on the Vita, which is just easier for me just to travel with. And then I also got Evil Within for Christmas.
Oh, wow. How's that?
And
PS4.
PS4, yes,
Okay.
yes. I've only played like 10-15 minutes. I'm still trying to beat Wolfenstein, just with family, and I haven't really been able to play a whole bunch.
Yeah.
So once I put about 10-15 minutes into it, which it's definitely like a Silent Hill / Resident Evil-ish.
Well, I mean, it makes
Yeah,
sense.
and it's
It's definitely-
Shingen
Yeah.
Megami.
But mainly the room. That was
Isn't it?
that was great.
Some of the, it's
I'd almost
amazing
play the
how.
room again.
Oh God, it's so good. It's so
It is.
good.
You really need to play. The second one's creepy though.
Well, the first one started going down a creepy road there towards the end.
The second one gets super creepy.
Really?
Gets very creepy.
Man, I'm looking forward to that. They've already announced that they're going to be making a Room 3 as
Yes,
well.
I saw that.
And so likely what will happen is Room 3 will get released and I'll be like, okay, I can play Room 2 now. Because I got something else to look. I am so weird about that. I don't know what this is. I'm sure.
Well, here we'll make it easy for you to play. Nathan, let's talk about the Room 2 and plenty of spoilers.
Yeah, go into the spoilers on that.
Hold on, let me pull it up real quick.
Yeah. You just Google cast or Chromecast the video of the playthrough, and I'll be.
The whole show just be silent.
I'm weird like that. Like I was thinking, somebody in psychology would probably love to sit down and talk to me about why I do this. I have no idea why, but I save these things. Like the shuttle launch, the last shuttle launch. I saved that to my. I wasn't able to watch it because I was here at work when they launched, but I saved it to my DVR, and I kept it there, and I was like, I'm not going to watch that because if I never watch it, it never happened.
Oh, wow.
And then it's never going to be the last one, you know.
You
but it
reject
is.
this reality and substitute your own.
I
is
really
what you're
do, and I
saying.
mean, there's probably some weird like if anybody who's in this probably thinks, okay, he's borderline psychotic or something. That's really stupid of you to do. It feels dumb to me when I talk about it out loud, but for whatever reason, man, it's just in there. It's like, I'm the same way. Like Myst 5, I started playing it, but I have since stopped. I only started playing it last year. Game came out in like 2004.
Yeah. I beat that.
Or 2004, 2005. And I only started playing it last year because I thought if I never play it, it's never the last one. I'll always have it to look forward to, that sort of thing. It's a weird thing. It's stupid. I don't know. If anybody in the chat room can relate, that's great. If you can't relate and just think I'm a crazy man, that's fine too, because I'm borderline thinking that that's pretty stupid.
2005, by the way.
I was right. Yeah, 2005.
But yet you watch Back to the Future 3.
Yeah, I don't associate it with movies as much.
Okay. More with games?
Well, with games because it's interactive and it's something for me, and I have an experience with it, and I'm there.
Are you gonna play the new one, the Alien
Isolation
by Myst?
Oh, Abduction?
Yeah,
probably.
Are you
Definitely.
sure? They may not come out with another one.
Well, because it's not Myst. It's not associated with Myst.
So?
And I'm a fan of that series. Not necessarily. I mean, a fan of the developer too, but I never played their their game called The Manhole Cover, and there's another one with a rabbit or something. I can't remember. I got all of them at the house, but I never played those. I never had any intention to. It was Myst that I had my affection for.
Gotcha.
When I went to their studios in Seattle, all the stuff predating Myst or that was not related to Myst, I just walked right on by. I wasn't interested. It was all of their Myst memorabilia that they had up and all their stuff to show me. And talk
if the
to.
day before Abduction releases, Rand Miller comes out and says, I'm not making another game ever. This is it. Abduction is the only game there.
Yeah.
Will that then activate your psychosis and be like, I can't play it?
At this moment, no, because I haven't finished Myst 5.
Ah, okay. So instead you'll play Myst 5 and then Abduction will
No,
be
I can
your...
play Abduction. I'll just still hold off on Myst 5. I'm not sure. More than likely, no. That's probably something I will play just because I actually met people who are working on it.
Okay.
I've never met anybody from Firehose Games. I think it's Firehose, or is it Firehouse? The guys who did The Room. I think that's Firehose.
I think Firehose.
I think it's Firehose. I believe it's Firehose. I've never met any other. I would love to because Fireproof. My bad. So whoever's Firehose or Firehouse Games, hey. But Fireproof.
Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah, Fireproof Games. I've never met anybody from there, so I don't have that connection to want to experience their work. Talos. I was a lot like this with Talos. I got offered to play it very early, and I was conflicted in doing this. I did not. They had told me, look, we don't even have the ending of this thing done, but you can play through the entire thing. And I was like, I don't know that I want to. I want to experience this as is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go through a incomplete build of this thing because I want the entire experience done. I eventually did accept, but by the time I ever got to the end of it, they had already put everything in for the ending. And I still came out very well with it, but that was another one that was like a really... And I still had the same thing. Whenever it was over with, after it was done, I had, not withdrawals, but just a sense of, God, what am I going to do today?
Yeah.
I always had an hour or two of playtime with this thing every day, or at least if it wasn't every day, I knew it was there. I can always, whatever might be crap of me playing, Assassin's Creed Unity or whatever, it's like, fine, I've got this great thing here. I'll go put some time in, and that'll wash away all the bad stuff that I've played, and it'd be great.
I'm kind of that way with the story-heavy games, like adventure games in particular, or anything by Naughty Dog. Well, maybe not anything, but like the Uncharted and Last of Us.
Crash Bandicoot?
Yeah, I don't have that. I mean, it's fun. It's platform, but it's not. But when it's such heavily story and everything, once you finish it, you just feel like like when you finished a book. Man, that's part of it. This is kind of closed.
For me,
it's not Uncharted. I don't have that feeling with. I mean, I do, but the Uncharted games, I have that same amount of affection for the people that build it or made it, and the games themselves. But I don't have that. I still don't have that feeling over me of don't play this so that you'll always have it to look forward to. I don't get that way.
I can relate in the sense that was how the first time I played The Walking Dead, the very first time.
The Telltale series?
Yes,
or,
before the second one even was out.
Yeah.
I had all of them, and I was playing through, and I was like, wow, this is kind of depressing. I kind of don't want the story to end after and it was only season 1.
Yeah.
And
I know. I get that same way. There's certain games I get that way with.
I also felt that way with Heavy Rain.
No, never felt that with Heavy Rain.
Man, will this story ever end?
Really, I love that game.
No. I mean, I'm not saying it was. It's not that I hated the game. I just never had that feeling with it. Once it was over with. I mean, that was different because I was trying to finish that because we were going to have a discussion on it, and I was like, I got to get through with this thing before the next show because James is already done with it, and Dennis and Matt or whoever. I don't remember all of us who played it, but
Yeah.
It took me like a month and a half to beat that game.
yeah,
I
we
just
were
kept
all
playing
done,
it.
and it was like I can't go into this episode not having finished it because we're going to talk about it.
Understandable.
Got to have it in there. So, but yeah, I don't get that way with Uncharted. I don't know if it's because I think they'll always make another one. I know one day they won't. But it's not that way. But man, it was that way with Talos, and it's that way with The Room. It's that way with Myst. Not necessarily that way with Burnout, but it could be if they ever make another one, considering they haven't made one in years now. So getting one could be like, oh wow, this is a rare treat. I'm going to savor this and not blow through it like I do, It's like I do with The Room, man.
And FYI, I'm on Fireproof. It says The Room 3 is coming out spring of 2015.
Oh, nice.
So.
Right around the corner.
That's that's fantastic to know.
For the second one.
What?
Oh. Yeah, okay, yeah.
What?
If you never, it says if you never played The Room is only 99 cents right now. If you ever want to get into it.
That's on the App Store.
Yeah.
Yeah, not on Steam.
Steam is still $5.
Yeah, but it was on sale for I think
The
3.
Room 2 is only 99 cents for me as well, so I don't know if it still is.
But on the App Store or on Steam,
Yeah.
it was The Room was like $2-3 during the sale or something. I can't remember. It was enough that I bought a copy for you and I bought a copy for myself. So, which I would have done anyway.
But it does look better on PC, definitely. That's for sure. But you can't really tell on a tablet. Although, and they said they don't have any plans on making it for PC. The Room 2.
The Room 2. That's sad because I would really like, when you're talking about the creepiness of it, I would really like to play that on my PC.
And if you do play, put headphones in.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I heard these things during the Room 1 or the
See, I
first
didn't find
game.
it that creepy.
No, not necessarily creepy, but I did hear noises.
Yeah.
I could hear things going on in and that was that gave it a spooky vibe, but not really anything that was.
The second one's creepy.
Looking forward to it.
It might just be me, but it kind of got weird towards the end.
Did you play anything else?
No. Other than that,
Okay.
Still a ton of games left for me, at least.
Just to wrap that up. Speaking of, when we come back, we're going to go back to Nathan after the break here. And again, he was not here for last week's episode. We kind of want to catch up with his thoughts on how 2014 was for him and what his big highs and his big lows were, and maybe revisit the topic with the guys in the room to see if there's anything has changed, given that they've had a week to think about it. But if you've got some hits and misses for your year, that was in 2014, why not give us a call and tell us about it? 334-272-9228. 334-272-9228. We'll be back with more in-game chat in just a moment. Here is music from, this is easy.
It's Mega Man.
Yeah. And welcome back to In-Game Chat. That is music from...
Mech Warrior 2.
That is correct.
I knew this one right away.
And welcome back to the show. And thank you, anonymous caller, who called in and talked to Nathan very quickly there. But yeah, we're gonna use this segment here real quick to go back over and talk about the games of 2014, and maybe we'll use the next segment to talk about our expectations of 2015. Nate was not able to join us on the conversation last week, so I just wanted to kind of get your highlights of 2014 and how it was for you.
Game wise,
you didn't hear some of ours, but like the highlights on mine were New Order. We'll sign the New Order, and there was a couple of Talos Principle. Obviously, was another one, and Shadow of Mordor was also very, very good. And my biggest disappointment, I think, came from Infamous. Second Son was a beautiful game. It really was beautiful, but other than that, there was just nothing there. Afterwards.
That's a good one.
Which, speaking of PS Plus, we get that expansion, First Light,
correct,
free this month.
Which you don't need the first game.
No, you don't. So, anyway, so go ahead.
I'm going to start with disappointment. I would say number one for me would be Destiny. That's
a good one.
Really?
That one definitely disappointed. Because I, if nothing else, I wanted it to be at least a fun multiplayer shooter. And it still wasn't that for me. It wasn't, because even as much as I dislike Call of Duty the way it is now, that still had its fun moments. As of where that, I just never hit the peak for me, even in multiplayer. Not just, I mean, the cave was fun-ish, even though I thought it was disappointing that was, happening. That game was just a fail to me. Looking at it now, and I don't see me playing it too much, even with the expansions. I've tried them, but it's nothing.
I haven't even tried the expansions.
Yeah, I would say Infamous. I enjoyed that. I wouldn't say I enjoyed that one. That one didn't hurt me too bad, I guess.
I was, I mean, obviously I wasn't expecting.
It definitely could have been longer, but to me it wasn't bad. Not enough for me to say I wouldn't have bought it.
Yeah, I still want to play.
I would have bought it.
Second Son, just.
Like I said, it's beautiful.
But I don't have PS4. It's like
it's a beautiful game to play. Seeing screenshots leading up to it, especially after the game, not necessarily leaked, but people were getting their hands on it early, and were posting pictures from it, and it was just wow, these good-looking videos and pictures and stuff. And
to me, it seems more like an advertisement for the engine and what it could do, as opposed to a fully fledged game.
Yeah, very possible that's possibly the case there, but. My problem, and I don't necessarily know that James had the same problem, but and I mentioned this in last week's episode, but that I finished the game, but once I earned the power from that last final boss, I had already cleared the entire
map. Yeah,
I cleared the map. I had nothing to do with it. Apparently, that's not the way you're supposed to play. You're supposed to go through it as best you can and finish it. That way you have that last power to play with while you clear out the other parts of the map. That's just not the way I go about things.
I don't think that's not how many people would, because I didn't do that either. I do all the side missions before,
But then again, there could be that New Game Plus, which I think you may keep those powers if you do the New Game Plus. I don't know if it has one.
There was no New Game.
There was no New Game
That
Plus.
was one of the biggest issues.
Okay. I was trying to find a silver lining, but obviously not.
There is none.
Yeah. Even though technically it came out in 2013, Hearthstone would definitely be a top one for me. That game is it's super easy, fun, and fun to play, and I've never spent a dime on it. And I've not stopped playing the whole year. It only takes 10 minutes to play a game, but I've always popped in, play a couple games, and that one's definitely on my top list. The Last of Us on PS4. I never played it before, so being able to play it on next gen was even better of an experience. And then definitely Wolfenstein, I would agree with that. I would say I have more good than bad, but Destiny really annoyed me.
What was your big one?
Just because I looked forward to that game.
I put in a lot of good time with it, and I can't really say that's my biggest disappointment. I put in a lot of time with it.
However, I would say more of a disappointment is just companies in general. That would be my biggest disappointment.
That would be, I can see where you go, because I think...
in particular, highlighted by the problems we have with Unity, Master Chief Collection. That's particularly strikes out because that just happened.
Ubisoft had a horrible year with Watch Dogs.
Yeah,
and
Watch
Unity.
Dogs early on,
and then with Unity's release, so not good for them. And that would be obviously a.
And another one, I guess, which would be minor is gaming journalism nowadays too. That's annoying.
You care to elaborate on that?
Do I have to? The whole
You brought it
the whole
up.
stupid Five Guys thing. That was just all nonsense of making the gaming industry go in the news in a bad way. Just all that stupid stuff. Just gaming's supposed to be fun, not drama filled.
I don't know. I think that didn't put the gaming games in the.
You
news
weren't here
as
for most of it, were you?
No.
You weren't here for most of that whole stuff.
No,
If
but
you were
I
here-
don't think it put it in a bad way as much as like Gamergate.
But I mean that was essentially the same thing.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that's
that
okay.
all tied
With-
in.
Okay.
Yeah,
That
that
was
whole
all.
situation
That-
is like this
yeah.
really big,
That's-
long time span of crap that
you,
happened.
You would literally need like a timeline to fill all that stuff in. How it all. Then that's what annoyed me. So. And then the Washington Redskins.
I have no idea on that one. I would agree with you, though, on just the quality of games being released, or at least not necessarily the quality, but good God, day one patches and the need to get these things
I
out.
don't mind the day one patches. That's fine. That's been happening on PC forever. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah, when you got a day one
But when
patch
you-
and somebody doesn't have your network,
But
and
when
your
you're-
network's down.
But when your game's relying on that day one patch
Well,
to
yeah.
not even function
Isn't that the case, though?
well, your consoles rely on that day one patch.
That's what I'm saying. Not with PC as much. They did fine. I mean, how long have they had day one patches?
I would-
2004.
I guess.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
And-
I just remember not
But that's
very
when it
long
just-
ago.
That's when it just goes back. I'm just saying it goes back to the gaming industry of just allowing.
Yeah.
allowing
It just
crap.
feels like not very long ago that wasn't an issue as much
It
or as
wasn't.
prevalent
It
as
wasn't.
it is now.
Imagine buying a car and then everyone has to do a recall a week later.
Yeah. Yeah, not much. Did any of you have anything to change or anything to amend to your bests and your worsts?
no particular.
Did we ever even get back to you, Matt, on yours?
I think Far Cry 4 was on my best.
Yeah.
That was a lot
And
of fun.
you really didn't have probably a worst since you hadn't really played much.
Not really.
You're just hitting the highlights, which
Yeah.
is everything you played right now has been great.
Yeah.
Wolf, New Order, Last of Us you've got to go through, and, well, you've already gone through Last of Us,
Yeah.
but...
But it's great being able to do that again, and with having the Left Behind, tied into it, that'll be fun.
Mhm.
Although I'm just,
I wasn't my one surprise. Well, actually, two surprises. I guess would be Heavy Rain. I mean, Heavy Rain. Risk of Rain. Wrong game. That one for indie, I wasn't too big into indies at the time. But that when I first played, that was amazing. And then the other one is wow, it just slipped my mind. Speedrunners was fun. I'd never played that one.
Yeah, that's fun.
I can't wait to get back into that.
Was
one.
Papers, Please, was that 13?
That's this year.
Oh, that was this year?
Yeah.
That was a good one.
I believe that was this year,
I
wasn't
thought
it?
that was 2013.
That might have been, you're right, that might have been
That
last
might
year,
have
because
been.
you were here for that, weren't you?
Yeah. But I was here at the beginning part of the year, though. Like, for the first couple of months of last year. I don't know. But that,
No, you're right. February 12th, 2014.
Yeah, it was this year. Okay.
That was a lot of fun.
Or this past year, whatever. Yes.
Oh, no,
was-
that's for Linux. I'm sorry.
Oh, good lord.
Windows was August 8th, 2013.
Okay, so it was last year. It was, I did not know either way, so.
That and another highlight was, some of the good old game stuff coming back.
Right, your
Like-
highlight was the TIE Fighter and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Were those, and, any changes for you, Dennis? You
Nah, it's nothing.
still there for you? A lot of the complaints about this and that, and of course, here sits Nintendo on quite the hill at the moment of like, we're doing fine.
Yeah, we
know
got,
how- they're
we
more
got
on a-
Smash. We got like defective amiibos you can invest in.
Yeah,
They're
I
just
mean-
keeping their head down for the most part.
Well, they're
you know?
more on a plateau than a hill. Just
Yeah, I mean, well, for the most part, I would say you're right. I don't know how sales of the system have been doing. I just know that the quality of games that they've been releasing seem to be, high marked as far as that's concerned. Mario Kart 8.
Mario Kart
and
8 and Smash
Smash
really
Brothers,
did well for them.
Bayonetta.
I hear
which-
Smash for the 3DS. A lot of people have been having issues with the thumbstick, breaking off.
No idea.
You know,
No idea.
Contemplated
I
turning
just
in
have
my
Wii U,
3DS.
so
In which game?
Smash for Smash Brothers for the 3DS. The left thumbstick.
That might be stress and intensity from the battles. that
Yeah.
they have.
Maybe, but I've been reading some stuff about people having issues with it, so I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else to add to it, or
I wonder if how Hyrule Warriors is doing for him. If that's doing pretty decent.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't hear about it as much as I hear about the others.
Yeah.
Smash and Mario Kart are pretty much what the press talks about. I mean, Hyrule Warriors out there. Last I heard it mentioned was when they were talking about, you can use your amiibos with this.
Oh yeah.
That's
Right.
about all I know regarding it.
I'm guessing just
Bayonetta 2.
I'm guessing just like Link and Zelda. You probably couldn't put like Kirby in there.
Don't
I don't
know.
know. Maybe
It might be.
that would be interesting.
Yeah, see, I look forward to having a Wii U so that I can play Wind Waker again, and
Yeah.
I look forward to having a
Yeah,
Wii U
Wind-
for a lot of things, and I think this year I'll probably will have a Wii U.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
enough on there because just between Wind Waker, Mario Kart, not Brawl.
Can you still do? I know with the Wii you could do GameCube games. Can you do that with the Wii U?
You cannot do GameCube games with the
With
Wii U.
just Wii.
You can use Wii games, but not GameCube games.
Okay, so it only goes one generation back.
hmm But I think they said they will add GameCube games to the Virtual Console store.
Oh man, they really want my money.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to get it if they keep doing what they're doing right now. So,
Yeah.
can we go to the phones? Can you put Drew on there? We've got hey Drew.
Hey, how's it going, Scott?
That's going good, dude.
Hey,
I haven't
man.
talked to you. Well,
Hey.
I say I haven't talked to you in a while, but we talked playing the Evolve beta.
Oh, yeah.
But outside of that, I haven't talked to you in a while. So, what's up? How's it going?
Those damn amiibos, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those things-
Have you collected them all yet?
No. My nephew, he's totally into Smash, and he was at Christmas time like, I want Little Mac, and I want this one and that one. And I had to go out hunting for them during the entire thing of, like, Nintendo people breaking street date and releasing them 2 days early and them being sold out instantly. And I'm running from store to store to store trying to find them. It was just brutal.
And they discontinued some, didn't they?
Yeah, the trainer and I think Marth.
Yeah,
Mars,
so-
the trainer, and Villager.
Yeah, Villager. Yeah.
Yeah, because when they released in November, I believe, and then it was the middle of December they released the new series, and they were like, "Nope, some of these aren't coming back at all."
And even the new series, they only they spread them out. They weren't all at once. Like Zelda came out a week after Little Mac, where I was, or something like that. And yeah, it was very weird.
I just saw Luigi at Toys R Us, so I haven't seen him before. I've seen the other ones, but I just saw Luigi. So yeah, they're.
Any value to those that they discontinued? Are those worth anything?
I've heard, yeah.
What? On eBay, yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't know, like, if Nintendo in a month suddenly says, hey, we put them back into print, I mean, the values will just fall right back down. But I was seeing, like, Villager, Marth, and Wii Fit Trainer together going for, like, $200, $250 on eBay.
Wow.
You didn't have to get physical with anybody in the store with these things, did you?
No.
Because every year, every Christmas, there's always that one hot button item that everybody runs out for, and
Someone
wants to
comes
get
back
physical
with a
each
black
other.
eye.
Yeah, it's like what was it, Beanie Babies one year, and then it was like some
They have to get their Turbo Man. That's
yeah
what they
something
have
like
to get.
There you go. That's a good analogy right there.
I don't
Yeah.
know if Amiibos are actually are in the same kind of, because obviously you need the one console to play those. I mean, if you look at like the Infinity stuff from Disney or the Skylander stuff from what is that, Activision?
Yeah.
Those are multi-platform, and you can
Yeah, you just need like the base,
base
of
console,
or
yeah.
whatever.
you can
read
buy
the
one
RFIDs.
figure to use on any of the systems, whereas anything you buy for the Amiibo set is going to be Nintendo Wii U basically only.
Yeah, but I mean that there is a nice simplicity in that. It's like all you need is the console. You don't have to go plug in your peripheral or anything to get the game working. It's just like just set on the gamepad.
Hey, Drew, do you have a Wii U?
No.
Okay. You're strictly what, PC right now, right?
PC. I don't have a PS4. I don't have an Xbone. I keep shocking people who are asking me, like, what do you mean you don't have one of the new consoles? And I'm like, well, I got a really good PC, and I'm just playing everything there right now. I got a Vita. I mean, that's my portable one. So
Okay.
And that's good to have. Or you got a PS Plus account?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good to have as well when you have something like the Vita, because you can just download those titles. What were your highlights of 2014?
Oh, game-wise?
Yeah, I mean, I know it's PC related, but that's fine.
Yeah, PC games came out in 2014.
Of course.
So.
A few.
I played so many of the games that are just entrenched, like Dota 2, Hearthstone. I guess Hearthstone was kind of this year new. I got really into that for a long time. That was great. And I got back into Counter-Strike Go. Wolfenstein New Order, I'm right in the middle of it right now. I'm loving that.
Yeah, man, that was such a
surprise.
I know. You can go back and listen to, if you find the episode where I came back from E3 last year, not 2014, but now 2013. If I brought it up, and I know I did off the air, but I may have done it on the air too, but I know I brought it up saying, hey, I went to Bethesda's booth and they showed Elder Scrolls Online, and then they showed not Dishonored. It may have been Dishonored, but they also showed a little bit of Wolf. And I'll tell you how underwhelmed I was at seeing Wolf. Wolf just looked nothing special to me, and I felt bored. And then, as they kept talking about the release, I was like, nah, not on my radar. And then it hit, and it's getting nothing but great things. And then I played it, and I thought, what the hell, man? This is not... Whatever you're giving me that I bought is not what you were giving me that I saw at E3, or that I've seen in anything previously released for this thing. Completely under the radar for me. And I think maybe that's why it has such a higher standing for me, was because of the surprise factor of how good it actually is. So
yeah, I feel the exact same way. I heard Whackman when it came out, he picked it up new, and he was trying to tell all of us in the Colony Gamers chat room, like, this is really fucking good. And everyone was, oh wait, thanks, we're on the radio.
Yeah, we're on the radio.
Oh, Dedoy.
That's okay. I dropped it.
Thank you, sir. Sorry about that. It's really good. Everyone should play it. And some people got into it, but I was just like, I don't know what I've seen. It just looks like an FPS. And I mean, it is an FPS. And when you start the game, it's kind of what you expect. But by like the first hour mark, everything starts changing, and you realize the cinematics are great. They turned BJ Blazkowicz into an actual character you kind of feel for. They made an interesting world. It was just great.
Yeah. I mean, I really agree with you, even the part before we dumped it. I really agree with you on what you said. It's really, really good, and a big surprise, a big shocker from them to be able to make that happen. So, did you have a low point? Did you have anything that was just, oh, God, that was horrible? And, again, watch your language, but did you have anything that was really, really bad?
No, I've been so picky with my games. I really am just playing I wait game. I don't really find I'm buying stuff brand new. I'm waiting at least 3 months for it to go down in price a little bit and hear enough good things to go, that's worth my time. The only one I jumped into really blind was Dungeons of the Endless, which was really good. I enjoyed that on Steam.
Is that like an indie title?
No, it's tied in Endless Space and Endless Legacy? The fantasy one, the RTS. Those two games are in the same universe, and this is a third one from that same studio, but it's like a 2D rogue-like dungeon crawl kind of deal, still tying it into the entire framework of what they set up, and it's really well done.
Cool.
Yeah.
You guys are all Googling it right now, aren't you?
Yeah, I think so. I think I think Nate was looking that up, or I thought he was.
Yeah, I've seen those titles before, and they looked interesting. I haven't picked them up yet, though.
I was actually looking up the E3 episode. My bad.
Yeah, right now I'm looking forward to. I'm waiting on Evolve to come out in February, and then oh god, what's the other one I'm keeping my eye on? Something else.
Yeah, there's Evolve.
Yeah, Evolve looks good.
Which I'm going with PC on that, so I can play with you.
All right, sweet.
Yeah, I know. I think that's just the best way to go about it anyway.
I agree.
There's Evolve. Dying Light looks really good.
I think I'll get that on the PS4. Just because I don't know if my system could handle it to its fullest, what I want to play. So just get on the PS4 and not worry about it.
I can't think of anything else that you would be up for. I mean, obviously you'll know that, but
I'm really 2015. I'm just waiting. Like, hopefully this is the year we get our consumer version of the Oculus Rift comes out, and hopefully the new Source engine comes out, and I get my Left 4 Dead 3. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Oh, that'll be good.
Have you messed around with the Oculus?
No, I just watched everything I could about it. I'm waiting patiently.
What's that? Was it Unlimited Danger or the space thing for the Oculus?
Total.
There's Elite Dangerous.
Elite Dangerous, yeah.
Yeah.
That I really, really want to play.
I think Star Citizen's getting Oculus support.
Okay.
I know Abduction is getting Oculus support, and that's the Cyan Worlds
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
They'll say Star System will be out, 2025, something like that?
I saw someone, they had like basically the Millennium Falcon in Oculus where you could walk around the Falcon and,
Oh,
and stuff.
nice.
You know, I'm like, see, that's what I really want that for. You know, like, you
A
said,
walking simulator?
well, just to move around the just to go around the ship. You know, like you said yesterday with that mechanic, the car mechanic, you want to be able to rebuild, the Enterprise or the Firefly or just whatever. I just want to be able to walk around inside of it and just
Yeah.
explore around the ship.
I will tell you this, Drew. I have the DK1 for Oculus, and as rudimentary as it looks, and as disgusting as some of the stuff looks because of just how low res it all is, it still gives me that hope of what they can do with it. And then I messed around with DK2 when I was at PAX, and I'm sure I will again at PAX South. And played not Elite Dangerous, but another game, another spaceship game, and it was not Elite Dangerous, and I cannot remember what it was called. God, I'd have to go back and look at my list of games that I saw. It was a space combat type game, but it was not called Elite.
It wasn't Eve, was it?
No, it was not Eve. Oh gosh, no, no, it was not Eve.
EVR?
I don't know what that is. Does it have an explanation as to what that's called? What is EVR?
It's a spaceship dogfighting game on the Oculus Rift.
What is?
It was just a demo at one of the events.
I'm curious. Anyway, there was another good one there. After seeing DK2 and the updated res and stuff like that, I am on board with whatever Oculus decides to do as far as the release of that system. And I believe it's going to be this year that we're getting the consumer version.
Yeah, that's what they've been saying. I mean, I'm totally hyped for it. The only thing I'm a little worried about having a Facebook logo on the Oculus, which I will just sand off if they put it on there.
Well, man, I appreciate you calling in and talking to us, and thanks as always for listening. And I guess I'll talk to you again some other time, or at least we'll be playing Evolve. So when is that? It's early February or late February?
Mid-February, I think.
All right. Well,
February 10th.
that's not bad. That's not bad at all. That I
I'll
look
be here
forward
in
to.
a blink of an eye, Scott. We'll be playing.
I know. We'll be there. All right, man. You take care.
Have a good one, guys. Later.
Bye-bye.
All right,
Bye.
thanks, man.
All right, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk about Steam sales and what we eventually ended up all buying and getting. Because on the last day of the sale, I went a little nuts. I bought some more gifts. I did that. So, yeah, we'll talk about all that. We'll be back in just a minute with more in-game chat. Here's music from Metal Gear Solid. And welcome back to In-Game Chat. Music that is actually from Uncharted 3. Probably actually really can't tell between 1, 2, and 3.
I knew it was a theme. I didn't know.
Yeah, being that that's the main theme, hard to tell. Anyway, welcome back to In-Game Chat for the second hour of the show. I did a little searching there for the Oculus Rift stuff. If you're still listening and were curious what the games that I played, they were at the Indie Mega booth, and there were two there that I really liked. One was called Darknet, which that was very, what's the word I'm thinking of? Not necessarily Minority Report-ish, but sort of close, where you could interact with the things that you were seeing in your VR, and it was very much very much like touching, and bringing it, really cool. Go find a video or something of Darknet so you can watch it and see exactly what it is that I'm talking about, because obviously I have a horrible time explaining that. And the space combat game that I played was Enemy Starfighter.
Okay.
That was the name of it.
There was one I heard about for the Rift. I can't remember the name of it now. It's but it's like you are working like a bomb disposal type thing, and another person's next to you with a notebook.
Oh God!
Of, like the schematics of the bomb.
Oh man!
I cannot remember the name of it, but it's like I heard about that, and
it's a quirky name too.
Yeah, it is, but it's like that's kind of thing. It's like, oh, I could play that. That or like Johann Sebastian.
Are you looking
Joust
that?
Or things
oh,
like that.
That's such a great game.
Yeah.
Are you looking that up right now, or trying to? Oh God, it was.
Just games like that. It's like, man, that's really interesting.
Yeah. Maybe RJ's found it.
I'm just trying to guess here. Keep talking and nobody explodes.
Yes,
that's it. Yeah,
that's
okay.
it.
Yeah. That was the one. That's a great one.
Yeah, I think it's like things on like the tablet, like Space Team, where it's like cooperative things with having to tell everybody who has a different screen what to do. Just like those things, just like
yeah.
really
W.
interesting.
Matthew came in with that one. Keep talking and no one explodes. That's such a good one.
Let me see what this article, just a little article I see here says. I'm going to do the wires, says my Oculus wearing partner who I had never met before this session. I asked him to tell me what he saw when he just started listing off colors: blue, black, white, black, yellow. Knowing each other's colors order in some were integral conditions to know which one he'd have to cut. So one's giving instructions and one's got to do the
yeah.
deed.
One's actually doing the work through the Oculus. And,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh goodness, that would be a good party game. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was fantastic. What I saw there. So a lot of good stuff for the Rift.
One thing I'll say, I was watching bowl games all this week, and something I saw cool. It was like 2 days ago. For I think Wisconsin's quarterback, or for one of the teams, can't remember which one it was. For the quarterback to learn how the defense they were playing, they had him using the Oculus Rift the whole week, and they had programmed all of the defense's packages so he knew where to read all of them, and he was just practicing the whole week just through that, and he destroyed them. Yeah, so he knew, having that program.
That's an interesting application that I never thought.
Yeah,
I never gave thought to.
Yeah, and they had him show, which he kind of looked goofy.
Well, yeah,
doing it, but it was like, that's next gen, studying film, being on the field studying their defense.
Was it like on the field this thing?
I mean, he was in a room, but it was.
Yeah, no, he wasn't on the field, but the
field gameplay and it was
the perspective that it uses puts you right there on the field. So
the main thing, he was able to see all of the gaps of where he could get a ball into. The way they were covering, because sometimes they were doing zone stuff like that. If you know football,
I mean, it's odd. I think of things like the Rift being used in medical purposes, but I never considered it being used for sports.
Yeah, so. But yeah, but I thought that was pretty neat. I never
God,
thought
it's
about
really
that.
close, and it never happened.
But I'm like, that's what needs to come back. I think it was ESPN when they had a football game before, Madden had the whole monopoly. You could play first person as quarterback in one of ESPN's football games, and I thought that was so cool. When I was like, that's something that could come back. Playing first person running back or quarterback, whatever. That needs to come back.
No, that's interesting. Again, there's a use that I never gave second thought to, really. Medical stuff, sure, but I never thought about it with being used in sports.
How much of us really think about sports that often, though?
But it's anything that can can bring that into more like a mainstream thing. Of course, Facebook buying it is one thing, but But yeah, that's an interesting idea. Real quick, before we move on, chat room roll call. We will have. Let's start from the top down. We've got Navid UK, Arioka, Tactus 59, Uncle Elias, Jamie 96, Cavalier UK, Quiet Hype 2, Tamaric, Lamageddon, Raspy Salamander. I got great names back to back. W. Matthew. Oh boy, Steph-tastic, I think is how that's pronounced. X42X, Lavos is in the chat room. AC Wraith, Medusa's Mirror, Gwenny 3K, and Track Zero hanging out in the chat room. Thank you so much. I will say Medusa's Mirror needs to expand her wish list on Steam, and I will say the same thing for Quiet Hype needs to expand their wish list on Steam as well. Those were two. Like I know. Medusa's Mirror has done plenty of stuff for us over the year.
She's awesome.
Got us the Console Wars book, which got us the interview with that guy, and then of course she got us the autographed picture of Jack from Mass Effect,
origami,
and the origami stuff. So I went to her wish list and got her Dreamfall, not Dreamfall.
Dreamfall?
Is it Dreamfall? The Longest Journey?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got, hey, Jack Kraft, I didn't see that you were in there. I looked. Okay, Dan 5000 and Jack Kraft, they showed up. You guys were not there when I ran down the list a minute ago. So, and Dan, we would love to bring James back, but it's up to James to come back. He has other commitments at the moment, and so he can't come back. But hopefully later this month he will be back. Anyway, so I got her the one. She's got like two things. I got her one thing from her wish list. She needs to expand that out. And Quiet Hype, I know that they love the puzzle games immensely. Because anytime I get a puzzle game, I'm like, here, go play this. You'll love it. And so yeah, it needs to expand the wish list for gifting purposes or for really any purpose. So speaking of Steam, let's go over what our final haul was for the Steam sale. Let's start with you, Dennis.
Geez.
Do you remember how much you bought? Not necessarily how much you spent, but
probably
how many
more
games?
than I should.
How many games did you come away with?
Probably between 10 to 15 all told.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like a terrible amount of money because most of them were like $5 around.
Right, yeah.
The most expensive thing I got was the Jackbox Party Pack, which was like 20 something because it had just come out like 2 weeks ago. Well, that's fine. But yeah, got some decent stuff. I'm hoping to enjoy that once I finally finish out Isaac, so probably by the time of the next winter sale, maybe I'll start playing those.
Yeah, seemingly such. Any highlights that you're looking forward to getting into that you bought?
I'm trying to remember exactly what I bought.
Yeah, thinking of, I need to go to my Steam list and see.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to pull up right now. It's like, can I filter my activity log by just myself? Oh, wait.
You can, yes, you can.
Yes, I can. Let's see, Tales of Borderlands. There's going to be more episodes of that I'm looking forward to.
How many episodes are they in on that one?
Just
5.
the first one. There's
yeah, I know.
They're doing 5, but just the ones. I'll be quiet.
Yeah, just the first one's out right now. I did pick up Ghostbusters as well for like $2, which that I'm looking forward to. Shovel Knight, which is one I've been looking at for a while. There was one Thief. There's one I don't even remember what the game's about, but I remember seeing the title and like seeing a little bit of gameplay like about 6 months ago. Gods Will Be Watching.
Oh,
yeah.
The Backlog turned me onto that one.
Yeah, I haven't tried it. He gifted me Kentucky Route Zero a while back, and that was a really good experience.
Yep.
So if it's along those lines, then I'm sure I'll definitely will enjoy it. Picked up Contrast.
Okay.
Which I've kind of kept myself in the dark about what that's about.
That's fine. It's a great game. Wonderful, wonderful, fantastic game.
Picked up Murder Soul Suspect, which was
how much did you pay for that?
Like maybe 10. It was like on a daily deal. I think $7.50 altogether.
It's not a good game.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
maybe for $7.50. It's not a good game though.
That's a shame. There's Valiant Hearts, which you gifted me. I'm looking forward to that.
That's a fantastic game.
Picked up Five Nights at Freddy's 2 because I still haven't beaten the first one, but it's like, well, I know I'll play this eventually.
And it's only $2
one day when I'm not
like
scared of getting a fail safe state in that game. DMC, which I've already played, but I'm I'm fine with playing that on PC. I never did play through the Virgil DLC on that one, so that's something I can look forward to.
Yeah.
And then picked up the Legend of Korra game. Platinum did.
Of course you did.
Yeah. And I went ahead and put in my money for a pre-order of Gat Out of Hell, the Saints Row title.
Yeah.
And that was about it for me.
Matt?
I got like about 15 or so games during the Steam sale. Some of the highlights, like you said, the Tales from the Borderlands.
Right.
Looking for that. The Sins of the Solar Empire and both of those, the Trilogy and Rebellion. I picked those up because I saw some total conversion mods for Sins of the Solar Empire Rebellion, where you could actually make it into like Star Trek or Star Wars, and that got me interested in it. And it was cheap. Ghostbusters, some Enslaved, Valiant Hearts. That one looks good. Metal Gear Rising, not solid.
Revengeance.
Yeah, Yeah, that one. Free Space 2, and stuff like that. The Splinter Cell pack, with it didn't have 2, Pandora Tomorrow.
Yeah.
It had 1, 3, 4, and 5. So 4 games.
Okay.
I tried playing 1 again, and man,
A little tough to go back to sometimes.
it is really tough to.
A little tough to go back to.
When you get used to the mechanics of the newest one, or even Conviction, and going back to that first one, it was rough.
Yeah.
It really was rough. But that's kind of where I'm at.
All right. Well, we got 2 phone calls lined up here. I believe Master Thespian is up first. So, hey, Master Thespian, you are on the air. What's up?
Hey, I'm loving hearing your show this afternoon.
Well, thank you very much. Glad you're listening.
Well, you're welcome. You're welcome. My son is a big fan of Steam. He loves buying games and swapping and having friends swap games and all.
The Steam sales are great. Steam sales are awesome.
He really loves it. In fact, we got him a new laptop computer, and one of the big conditions he had was it's got to be able to access Steam. So that was a big thing for him. He showed me Five Nights at Freddy's, the first one.
What'd you think?
Yeah, that is the creepiest game. But it's cool. It's really neat because you have to be very, very careful with your resources. You use too much power, those things get you, and it's great. But we've been playing The Room. Now,
hey, congratulations! Me and Nate love The Room. I not that these guys hate it. I just don't know if they played it.
I played The Room and The Room 2.
Okay, yeah, Dennis has played The Room as well. Yeah, so we love The Room.
Yeah, my daughter's on The Room 2. I haven't gotten to The Room 2 yet. Now, the version of The Room you played, did you play the first version or the one where they added the epilogue?
I played the one where they added the epilogue.
Okay, good, because I'm in the epilogue right now. I'm a little stuck. And it's helpful that they give you hints, but those hints just give you enough information for you to go, what?
Yeah.
But it is. It's fascinating. They did a good job with the graphics. It reminds me a lot of the old Myst game, the first one when it came out, because I was old enough when it first came out to be one of those first users of it. And
I would agree with you on that. Yeah, because it basically just throws you in somewhere, and then you've got to figure out what to do. Now, whereas Myst was like you can walk around and interact with all these things. I mean, they give you this one thing that you have to interact with, but you have to figure out how to interact with it, what you've got, it's just trial and error.
Yeah.
Let me open this. Well, that doesn't do anything. You just got to flick a bunch of switches till something happens.
And the eyepiece, too. That's the thing I like about it, is that you can be trying to figure out what in the world I'm supposed to do. You can switch to the eyepiece, and all of a sudden the view changes. You see something that you didn't see before. That freaked me out in one room where I put on the eyepiece, and there were these big glowing men in the distance. I'm like, holy cow, where'd you come from? So, and with the headphones on and the music, it's a fun play.
Yeah,
it's one of those things that if you want a nice little creepy feel, it's fun, and it's a good puzzler.
Yeah, I would really suggest if you like the puzzle games. Are you playing? Do you guys playing that on the laptop thing? Or are you playing on your iPad or something like that?
Playing that on the iPad.
Okay. Another game that you should look for as far as that would be a game called Framed. Which look that up and just watch some videos or watch the little screenshots of it. It's a really fun little puzzle game. And for the laptop and Steam, another great puzzler would be, a really good puzzle, thing that's not too heavy as far as graphics and that sort of thing would be Valiant Hearts. Is another really good game to put down in there. But yeah,
I've heard about that one. Yeah,
give a look at Framed. What was that other iOS game? Not Sigma 6. What was that called? Oh man, it's another puzzle game. It's not called Sigma 6. It's
Any details?
I'm trying. I can't. I'm just gonna iOS.
Yeah.
Sigma 6. What was it called?
Well, it's interesting because there have been a number of games that we have put on the iPad and we played for a little bit and go, don't think so, and flushed them. And there's a ton of games out there that are like that. They're not that good. But the good ones that you come across, they're worthwhile. Like The Room is one of those. But I will try Framed and the
Valiant Hearts. Yeah, Valiant Hearts is what it's called. And man, I'm still trying to figure out what this is. I was hoping somebody in the chat room would throw it out there for us, but goodness, I
like
can't.
Sigma 6?
It's not Sigma 6. It's something else. I'm going to click on this link real quick and see if I can have it load up fast enough that I can tell you what
Device 6?
Device 6. That's what it's called. Device 6.
Yeah, thanks, Quiet Hype.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Device 6.
That's the person
cool.
that suggested it to me. Yes, Device 6 is the one. Check that out. I have not played that one yet, so I can't really attest to the quality of it. But if Quiet Hype is suggesting it or suggested it to me after playing The Room and everything else, it's a definite winner for you. So.
Well, we'll give it a whirl. We're a big gaming family. Of course, some of our games we still play GoldenEye on the Nintendo 64 because it's one of the best games ever played. So we've got a GameCube in one room. My son is home for Christmas, so we've got his Xbox 360. We've been playing on it. So it's fun. We like the games.
Fantastic to hear, man. Thanks for calling in. We appreciate it.
Thanks for the show. Appreciate it.
All right. Have a good one. Let's go now over to William. William, hey, you're on the air.
Yeah, a question for you. I was doing some cleanup over this holiday season. I found a box with 5 1/4 floppy disks that are DOS. What do I need to get them to work on Windows 7 or Windows 8?
Oh, wow. Do you have a 5 1/4 disk drive?
I got a disk drive with a USB port on it.
Oh, wow. They actually make them with USB ports. I didn't know that.
It was a long time ago, you know.
Yeah. My guess is you try and find a driver somewhere for it.
Good luck. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, I don't think there will be one. Just plug and play for.
What is it? What is it that's on there that you want to get access to?
I had a box of 5 1/4 disc games and stuff, and it's called a zip drive, I believe it was.
Oh yeah, I remember those zip drives. They hold about 100 megs.
Yeah, I have one, or at least still have one somewhere. But I do remember those. Boy, if you know the titles of the games, you might. I know it's obviously you've already paid for them, but you might want to find and see if they're available from
Good Old Games. Or
goodoldgames.com would be a place to go and look for those and see if they're there. That'll save you a lot of trouble trying to reinstall these things and get them to run. First off, getting them on your PC. And then, secondly, to get the things to run is going to be your next challenge. Even if you were to get over the hurdle of getting them on your PC, actually making them run will be a definite...
Because they aren't optimized for...
Yeah.
And even using something like DOSBox.
Do you know what some of the names of the games were?
No, I just found a box of them. I just looked at them and saw a zip drive, and I thought I'd give you a call before I messed with you, so we have the frustration.
Yeah, I don't know. I would if you can find out what's on them, I would see if you can buy them from a place called goodoldgames.com, which
GOG.com.
Yeah, they they specialize in basically. I mean, that's their thing is taking the old games that used to come on formats such as the ones that you found and others as well. And making them available digitally, so all you have to do is download, install, and play, and they're all optimized and ready to go for your system. So,
what about the program I used a long time ago called WordStar?
What is it called?
WordStar.
WordStar. I have never heard of that.
Well, he is a part of a suite. He had the WordStar calculus star. He had a group of programs running DOS. The reason why I like it is has one of the best sauces around, better than anything else I've seen in the market. This is long before Amy Pro, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not familiar.
One you could look into would be, it's called DOSBox. It's capital DOSB and then little lowercase OX. It's kind of like WordStar. It's an emulator for those. But I don't know if you can. I don't know if you'd be able to run the disk through the USB thing you had and then run DOSBox. But I'm not sure how that would all work. That would be
DOSBox, you said?
yes, DOSBox.
Okay.
Give that a look. That might help you.
The reason I like it has certain features that none of the new brothers have, like Microsoft or any one of the others have, But just has certain features I've never been able to find anywhere else that fits my needs. The guy that you said one time, the guy used WordStar that did the TV series.
TV series with WordStar?
Yeah. It was real popular. I think it was the one that lights are all out and everything like that, or Walking Dead. I can't remember which one it was.
Does
They
not.
still
I
use it.
know. None of that, man. None of that is. I apologize.
blank.
Just none of that is ringing a bell for me.
Yeah, I think
At
he said
all.
one time a guy was still using that, and he had to get the paper lined up with pins just right, you know what I mean, so he could print out the documents for it and the screenplay, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay, well, have a good one. Happy New Year.
And Happy New Year to you too. Thanks for calling in. Okay, back to the Steam talk there. Again, we're really sorry that I'm sorry we can't help him on that situation. I hate when we're not able to help, but did our best there for the DOSBox and that sort of thing. So the chat room was kind of going crazy with it too, trying to throw out the suggestions on what might be useful. So hopefully that works out. But RJ, you didn't buy it? I don't even know why.
You asked that question, didn't you?
I really was. Have you tried Five Nights at Freddy's 2?
Not yet. I've been, like I said, between XRD and Borderlands, I haven't been able to play it yet.
Yeah.
But I will eventually.
Okay.
Thank you for the gift, though.
You are welcome. Nathan, what about you?
First, have you guys seen the Five Nights at Freddy 3 possible leak? Or
No.
teaser?
What is...
Why don't you put it in the chat? Did you put it in the chat room?
The link to it?
I guess, yeah.
I'll
Throw that
post
in the
it.
chat room because then we can all take a look at it.
Okay. It's just someone was on. What's the guy's website? Scott
Coffin?
Yeah, if you go to his website, someone found a JPEG labeled the first letters of the Five Nights at Freddy 3, and then it just has a very dark picture of an animatronic, and it just says "We're back" or "Coming soon" or something like that. It's on Reddit.
Yeah, I was gonna say I see Reddit and GameSpot have been posting about it.
Yeah, so it's possible. Yeah, it could be fake, but you never know. But anyways, I bought 3 games for $3 on Steam.
That's right.
I was a big spender this time.
Mr. Moneybags over here.
I know, right? I got Gunpoint,
Good one.
Orion. Have you guys ever heard of that? It's
Orion?
it's where a bunch of people. It's like, I don't know. It's like 25, 30 people are all together, and everyone. It's like an MMO. Everyone has guns, and you're fighting off dinosaurs, like at your point, and like all the dinosaurs come and attack you. I don't know. It looked fun. It was only like 50 cents, so something like that. And then the other one I got was. It is slipping my mind. I said Gunpoint, right?
Yeah, you did say Gunpoint.
How do I change my go to all games? The other one. It was a pretty. Then the Brothers. That was the other one.
Right.
Those are the 3 I got.
Okay, I'm looking at mine, and I really need to look at. Trying to go through here and see.
Did you guys? Did you find?
Yeah, it's an image on his website. It says, "I am still here" with
That's
what
what
looks
it is.
like the Golden Freddy on there. If you
Yes.
download that image, it says it's FNAF3.jpg.
Yes.
So, and that's about
It.
all we have.
The Humble Bundle this week, it has a couple puzzle games on there, and one that I was really interested in playing, which I got, Year Walk. Have you ever heard of that, Scott?
What's it called?
Year Walk. I heard it's a really good puzzle
I
game.
have heard of that. Is that is that iOS or is that on?
It is, but I got it on Steam.
Okay.
With the Humble Bundle.
Yeah, I have heard about that.
And I heard it's really good. I haven't played it yet at all.
Is that Humble Bundle still active?
Yes.
I need to look into that.
I sent it to you on a chat. You get 7 games for $4.50.
Yeah, that you did. I know, and I looked over it, and I wanted to look over it some more, and I haven't done that yet. My list of games, I've bought 23. during the sale, but I bought a lot more than that with all the gifts that I gave out.
And tune in after the break to find out what he got.
No, we can go. We can go.
Come on, you got to lead them.
Nah. We've already got them hooked. Why not, right. Like they're on their edge of their seats to find out what
23?
What 23 games did he buy?
Tune in next week.
I know. That's the big cliffhanger for this week. We're a regular Marvel series over here.
For Happy Days,
24. No, but I bought 22 or some odd games. But I picked up, obviously I got all the games that I gifted to you guys, and James as well. I gifted games to Track Zero. I can't remember what I got him. He's in the chat room, so hopefully he'll tell me. I do not remember what I got him, though. And I gifted Anno 2077 or whatever it was to Ger Snort. That was before I played it to realize that I probably shouldn't have gifted that to him.
Yeah, because you were saying, like, oh, this is a good idea.
That's not very good. So, yeah, but I still gifted that to him. And Medusa's Mirror got a game. And those were the gifts. Now, the stuff that I bought for myself is, let's see, going back up here, Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Yeah, the
Steam
Flight
Edition.
Simulator X.
Yep. Bought a game called Door Kickers, which I played just a little bit of that. Prison Architect, which I played some of that. Have any of you played Prison Architect?
I have it, but I haven't played it.
Good God, it starts out horrible. Not horror. Not
well. It's early access still, right?
No. Not horrible as in bad quality. It just it escalates quickly, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Traxio says you gift him Remember Me.
Oh, that's right. It was on sale. I gifted him Remember Me. That is exactly right. And let's see, Prison Architect, Walking Dead Season 2 I picked up. Car Mechanic Simulator, which we talked about. Payday 2, The Big Bank Heist. And Payday 2, the Gauge Historical Pack, which lets you play Payday 2, but with, like, old World War II weapons and stuff like that. Plague Inc.
What was that called?
It was called the Gauge Historical Pack from Payday 2.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's an add-on for Payday 2. Plague Inc. Evolved. Bugbear's next car game, Wreckfest. I picked that up finally. Been wanting that for a while. Tropico 5.
I got 4.
I do. I have 4 too, and I haven't played 4. And I picked up 5. I haven't played 5.
Yeah.
If there's a 3, I probably got it in my library as well.
There, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. The Long Dark. I grabbed that, which is a survival.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the one with the chefs from Mass Effect in there. Mark Meir and Jennifer Hale.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
That's where I remember hearing about it first.
It's like, no, I don't think. No, I don't remember.
No,
Shep.
just the voice actor.
Right, yeah. I'm like, Shep wasn't in there. That's also early access. So be careful with that. I haven't actually played it, but it is also an early access game. I picked up A Bird Story, which is a somewhat spiritual sequel to the Moon.
Yeah, it's from the same guy who did To the Moon.
Yeah.
From what I read, they've said it's like it's not the same game, so don't go in with any expectations on this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jack Kraft. Prison Architect is an awesomely fun game. It's just that first tutorial was heavy. It was really just like, oh, okay, we're jumping right into the deep end on this, aren't we? Because the first thing you have to do is build an electrocution chamber. That's hilarious to Matt. Yeah, no. That's the first thing you have to do is build an electrocution chamber. But yeah, it's...
well, I mean, they're in prisons.
It's all about... Yeah, it's all part of building your prison. Anyway, A Bird Story, let's see. The rest of these are like little add-on things, like Stardust Pack, the Golem's Plight Pack. I think these are all for Child of Light, which is what I bought. I picked up Child of Light. Let's see. What is that one? Where is it at? Oh, Cubert, rebooted. I bought that, like $1. It was in my wish list. The last day of my wish list, I went through and I was like, if you're under $5, I'm probably just going to put you into my cart. And so I did, with the exception of one of the games, and I'll tell you that in a minute. Waking Mars. I bought that one.
I've heard of that one.
Yeah. Pac-Man Museum. I bought that. It's got a bunch of Pac-Man games in it. And then the DLC, which is Miss Pac-Man, which is odd that it was not in the Pac-Man Museum, but as DLC. So I grabbed
Is Super Pac-Man in the Pac-Man Museum?
I want to say it is.
I like that one.
Do you, or do you like the nostalgia of that one?
When I was a kid, I liked that one. I haven't played
Because
it since.
I've looked at that game since, and I was just like you, just because it puts super on it and the guy wears a cape. I was just like,
Okay,
hey.
I haven't played it since the 80s. So
Yeah.
back in the 80s, I liked that one. I'm assuming, I don't know.
Well, you know.
Maybe it held up. I don't. It's Pac-Man. I mean,
Yeah, very possibly.
That's one with the cages and the keys, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And he gets really big whenever he eats apparently a super pack pellet or something. Montague's Mount, I also picked up. That I don't know really anything about that. This one was interesting. This next one, and I watched the trailer for it again yesterday. It's a game called 4 p.m.
haven't heard of it.
Bells, yeah.
Silent hush across the crowd. It's called 4 p.m. and that's something. Look that up. Look that up if you're curious about it. I haven't played it, so I don't necessarily know anything as far as how it plays or anything like that. So, the one that exceeded my rule of if it's under $5, pick it up was this next one. It's Pinball Arcade Season 2 Pro Pack. So a ton of pinball tables, real world pinball tables in that one for $20.
And you didn't pick it up?
No, I did. I
Oh.
did. It's just it sat outside my rule of if you're under $5 on my wish list, I'll buy you right now since the last day of the sale. It was 20. The Pro Pack normally is $40, and so it was $20 during the sale. So I picked it up. The next one I bought was Transistor.
Yeah, the next one from the guys who made Bastion.
That is correct. And I also picked up The Room and Tron 2.0.
Oh yeah, I picked up that one too.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time playing it. Well, actually installing it.
There were a couple bugs when it launched, and
I'm getting like this loop of whenever I go to launch it and everything, it won't. It goes. Do you want to install this game? Yes. Do you want to? It has to write, I guess, to my my computer. So I have to give it access. Write access to my. I guess into the registry.
Yeah,
And
in the forums, there's a bunch of guides for
I've
getting
tried
it running right.
A couple of them, and so far nothing's worked yet. So I'll really scour the forums and really try and figure out what. But yeah, I want to get that one going because I enjoyed that game.
Yeah. So those are the games that I picked up. I haven't put much time into them, but into any of those that I bought. I gave my experience last week on some of the ones that I did put in time with, and Plague Inc. was the one that came away as being like that was the one I had the most fun
good.
with. Have you played that, Nate? Okay, I didn't know. Did you have that? Do you have that on like mobile or do you have
Mobile.
it on Steam? Okay,
I've played that though for way back when.
Yeah, same here.
This is my first time jumping
yeah.
into it on Steam, and that was fun.
Oh yeah.
That was some sick sadistic pleasure in wiping out humanity with a virus.
I remember one of the major viruses was going on. I think it was the bird flu. Which one was first, swine or bird? Or
Swine, I think. I think swine really started, and then
yeah, it was one of those. I can't remember. It was way back when I started playing it. I was like, "This is awesome!" Like,
was that during SARS? Was that during the whole thing with SARS?
I can't remember. Which
No,
one.
SARS was a while back.
Yeah,
It was
quite
a
a
while
while back.
ago though, before it became like really big again.
yeah.
But it was only on PC. There was no smartphone.
Something else that we did that last week that you were not here for. We talked about what we were looking forward to for 2015. We can take a quick break and come back if you need to think about it. Okay. Here's your cliffhanger. Find out the highlights or find out what Nate's looking forward to in 2015. Anyway, we'll be right back in just a moment. Here is music from Riven. It says Riven 2, but I think that's just because I had something in there with Riven 1 in there. There is no Riven 2.
Riven 2, a machine for pigs.
Yeah, anyway. Music from Riven. We'll be right back with more in-game chat in just a moment. Always a smile that comes over Dennis's face as
Oh,
soon as
yeah.
he recognizes the music.
Same here.
Welcome back to In-Game Chat. That is music from... Oh, Dennis?
This is from Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep.
Yes, that is correct. Welcome back to In-Game Chats, and we left him on the phone for a while, and I totally forgot that he was there, but let's go straight to the phones now. Mumnut is on the line. Hey, Mumnut.
Hey, who's this?
This is Scott. Who's this?
It's Mum Nut.
Hey, Mumnut.
Well, anyway, I wondered if y'all had any new information on the Steam console.
The what console?
Steam, it's a new gaming system that's going to run basically on Steam.
Like the Steam box?
Oh, the Steam box.
Yeah.
I want to say I saw one in Walmart, maybe?
Are they out already?
It was an Alienware. And it was in the console section behind the glass. I was like, what is an Alienware doing that? Because they don't sell Alienware laptops.
Yeah.
And so I want to say it was one of their Steam boxes. I don't necessarily know that. But I could have been wrong with what I saw. There has been, I thought we were supposed to see these on the shelves pretty soon. I have seen them when I go to places like PAX and E3. They've all been set up in some of the other sections and kiosks and things. Not necessarily showing off the Steam box, but just showing off a game running on it. And they were there to talk about the game. They weren't there to talk about the Steam box. But I don't know anything about it. I thought we were supposed to get one this past year. But as far as I know, Steam has revamped their controller for it and everything else. So I am not sure what the status of those things are.
Yeah, Alienware Alpha, is that the one you think?
Maybe that's what it
It
was.
seems like I saw that on Alienware ad. They're coming soon.
Yeah, it's supposed to be coming soon, but that's all. That's all I know.
Steam and Valve really haven't said anything.
They've been quiet. They did this
new.
huge push for it early last year, or maybe it was even in 2013. I don't remember. Huge push about the announcement of everything,
And then nothing.
and they sent out the prototypes to a couple of select few, but nothing has been mentioned since.
Hey, what do y'all think about Minecraft?
Minecraft.
I don't know.
I know people that play it.
I know a ton of people that
Yeah.
play it. I know some people who continue to play it to this day just for the fact that they can go in there and build stuff. But the bug for it hits me occasionally, and I'll put maybe in a good month of it, and then I'll falter off and go a year without playing it, and then I'll put in a month or so of it. But
More of a social type game, really, isn't it?
no, not necessarily. It can be.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be. You can make it that way, and then some people like to do the isolation part of it, where it's just them and they get to do this on their own. So, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It just hasn't. The bug hasn't bit me like it's bit some others. I can say that.
A single player or multiplayer. Did you have a favorite server you went to?
No, it was one that we set. It was one that was set up by the community, the Colony of Gamers community at colonyofgamers.com. They set one up over there, and it's changed hands every now and again. But they set up one, and it was just a build-only type situation. So we would all build. We'd all find our little plots near each other and build this stuff. And I tried to connect everybody's plot with underground tunnels and stuff, and it was fun to do. Like I said, it had a lasting effect on me. But there's some people, man. There's some people who, like, every day they will go in and put in time in Minecraft every single day, and not wane from doing that. They will.
I think I waste my life that way.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's a waste of life at all. I think it's especially if it's something they enjoy doing. I think that's great. It's not me. Look, if they did a puzzle game that was never ending, if the room just did not end, I would be playing that a little bit every day just to enjoy that, because it's just fun stuff to do. So, but
try
that
buttspill.net next time you give it a try.
well, next time I do, I'll try and remember that. Next time I do, I'll remember to ask you on the morning show to call in and tell me what that is. The next time I get into it.
One more thing. Where is this game chat room you're talking about?
You have to go to twitch.tv online and go to twitch.tv. There should be a search function. Just look for In-Game Chat, which is our name of our show, and you will find us there, and you can watch and listen to us, and also there's a chat room that you'll see that you can join in with. It'll pop up pretty much automatically whenever you start watching the show.
I gotta see y'all.
You can see us, yeah. You don't have to watch us.
Oh no!
Yeah, I know. It's not something that's always pleasant. So
Yeah, we've got the faces made for radio.
yeah, so no problems
what I
there.
heard.
For yourself.
But you can pop out the chat, and you don't have to watch us or anything. You can just sit there and listen to us, or hide it behind a window or something, and then you can chat with everybody else in the room. But we appreciate you calling, Mum Nut. Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too, man. In fact, let me do another roll call real quick of whoever's in there, because we probably picked up some more. Pieced to On is a new name there. Also, maybe that's all. Let me see here. That looks like Desert Punk also popped into the room. So, anyway, Nate, your highlights for, or what are you looking forward to for 2015?
Now, because I only have a PS4, these are PS4 exclusives.
You've got a PC as well.
But I'm saying I'm going through the PS4 first.
Oh, okay. All right. You're starting with the consoles first.
Yes. Definitely Uncharted 4.
Right.
Bloodborne. One that I not too many people have talked about. Everybody's gone in the Rapture.
Everybody's gone to the Rapture? Yes.
Not sure how I feel about the Order.
That is
They
not...
have not had really strong showings at the shows they've done.
I want to rent that. I don't think I'd ever...
That's exactly how I'll play that. I'll do a rental. I don't even know if I'll do the maybe I'll do it that way.
I'll probably do it the Best Buy.
The Best Buy way. Yeah. I'm on the same wavelength there.
Yes. Definitely Batman.
Of course.
About that one.
Yeah. So you're going PS4 on Batman?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I've never gone PC for Batman.
You got a pretty good card though, man.
I do, but I like it better on console.
It looks really good.
Okay.
Because you've got an Nvidia card.
No.
Oh, I thought. Oh, that's right. You picked up a Radeon. Never mind.
My laptop has Nvidia.
I know. Yeah, they use the PhysX stuff for the Nvidia stuff, and I know it's not essential, and it's whatever. I know it's just
that doesn't matter because I'm on console.
Yeah, I know.
I prefer it on console.
That's fine. It's fine.
Kingdom Hearts 3, No Man's Sky.
Kingdom Hearts 3 is this year.
I'm guessing so. It's
last I heard they were trying to go for Q4 of 2015. So.
It wouldn't surprise me, but I haven't heard any official release date so far.
That was just the last I heard of word.
Okay.
But if it's not, then it'll be on my 2016. But,
right. How much of this is going to get delayed?
Exactly. The paper or the man, I'm forgetting all of a sudden. The Tearaway, new Tearaway. Definitely looking forward
for the console.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, looking forward to that one.
God, love Tearaway.
And Hotline Miami.
The second one?
Yes, wrong number. That's the name of it. Definitely looking forward to that one. Those are the ones that are top, And then Evolve on PC. I'm getting that one.
Okay, so the only thing you're looking forward to on PC is Evolve?
And Hotline Miami.
Okay, and Hotline Miami.
Because the collector's edition. That's why I'm getting
okay.
What comes in the collector's?
Vinyl.
Is that the vinyl one? Yeah, that looks awesome.
It does.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's for now.
And no, that's a pretty good list. I mean, I'm not as on board with the Order or Bloodborne. Tearaway's great, but I've already played it, so I'm not necessarily itching for that new sort of thing. I mean, it's there and it's a new setting and everything else, but
gotcha.
The mechanics are going to be introduced to a whole new people who never group of people who never had a Vita to experience what that thing does, and it's going to be fantastic for them. And I think that's what I look forward to, is a bigger audience getting to experience Tearaway.
That's a fun game.
It really is. So yeah, Uncharted 4 is on my list, and Batman is, but on the PC. Evolve is on the PC. Wow. Witcher 3.
Yeah.
I've never been out.
Yeah.
Witcher was given me. I have like the box copy or whatever, but I've never played it.
Give it a shot. If you ever get around to it, you should. I liked the first one, and I just haven't put in time with the second one. Normally, I'd be getting ready for the third one to be released because it was supposed to hit in February, and that got pushed back. So, yeah, those are. I'm kind of with you on that. On those.
GTA 5. That was another one on PC that I eventually will get.
That's true. Metal Gear Solid.
PS4. I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
I think end of this month, Resident Evil is supposed to be coming out on PS4.
Yeah, the Resident Evil.
The remastered.
The remastered remake Resident Evil.
Yeah.
That and also your other two games.
Grim Fandango. I'm not sure when Day of the Tentacle. I haven't seen a release date for that yet.
But Grim Fandango is this month.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Happy days.
Well, I think that about sums it up. I think we're pretty much wrapped up here. I don't know what we've got coming out. I don't even know what's coming out next week. It's just such a lull. There really hasn't
is
been.
anything coming out next week?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, the only thing just pulling up the list is like a Wii U game called Chariot, and that's about it.
Does it involve a chair or a cherry?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Because that name sounds like it's a pun of some sorts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Titan Souls. That's another one.
Ooh, yeah.
It says Q1 2015.
Yeah, Titan Souls and look into Not a Hero.
Okay.
Look into Not a Hero. That's another great one. Again, Devolver Digital had a great booth set up at E3 and, outside of E3. And that's where I played Titan Souls. That's where I played Not a Hero. And that's where I played Talos Principle. And I had a look at the map editor for Hotline 2. So, I've all got some great stuff. Great stuff. So, yeah. Ooh, yes. Track Zero says This War of Mine. I own that. I did not buy it during the sale. But This War of Mine is also a great surprise this year. Yeah, that's a... you do need to play This War of Mine.
Yeah,
I would say it looks right up your alley, man, but it is bleak. Is that right up
fine.
your alley?
I've played Walking Dead, man. I know bleak.
Okay.
I'm used to that.
I played Colonial Marines. I know bleak.
No, you just know terrible.
Which, by the way, your game is now pulled from
Yeah,
Steam.
I know.
Yeah, it's not clear if that was like, if this is just like somebody forgot to renew the license to sell it or what.
That one, and also won the Alien vs Predator. I think the classic.
Yeah, I think that was pulled as well. But it's fun. It's fun having a game on your Steam list that isn't on Steam anymore. It's one of those weird things. I have Deadpool.
Oh, okay.
And it's not on Steam anymore. But I think it was on for sale for one day, and then it was pulled.
Yeah, it was on sale, and then it got pulled, and people were like, "Why'd you pull this?" It's like, well, that's why we put it on sale, because we were going to pull this off.
Wow.
It's like, thanks, guys.
Yeah, really. All right, folks, that is going to do it for us. Thanks, everybody, for joining us in the chat room, as well as everybody listening on the stream or even on their radios. Thanks for everybody that called in today. We really appreciate it. Thanks, everybody who grabs us each week from iTunes or however you get our show for later use. We all very much appreciate it. Go to ingamechat.net. You can join us on Twitter, Facebook, our forums at colonyofgamers.com. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can subscribe to our Twitch channel. And if you're on Steam, we've got a Steam group you can join up with over there and play games with us and other listeners. Thanks, everybody. Have a great week. We will see you next Saturday. Happy New Year. Here's music from Assassin's Creed 2.